everybody, it is Romania Black as well as...
Yo!
My bro! And we are on episode 5 of One Piece live action, and we're talking a lot of spoilers, as you know, but we are pretty sure that this is going to round out the specific arc and get us ready for the final arc of the season starting next week, which I'm super excited about. I don't have any comments to talk about, although a lot of people were pointing out in the comments just things about the way the live action is handled, different parts of the series. Everybody likes the casting of it. The cast is perfect for this series. I did read in our Discord where I had forgotten that the cacti in the Whiskey Peak episode, the crosses being the cactus needles, was in the manga too. Like, that was adapted from there. So that's pretty cool. I love that. But yeah, last week, things looked kind of dire. We got a two-parter. A giant is dead, deviating from the manga plot. And it looks like Mr. 3 has made his move to try to capture the other giant in wax, and Miss Goldenweek has used her magic paint to do voodoo upon Nami and Zoro, who've been captured. Luffy's still out at large. Vivi is out. Well, Vivi's been captured now, and Sanji's still out at large, and things are just chaotic and a mess. And Usopp is too. So everything's just kind of chaotic, and we're not sure how this episode's going to go down, so it's going to be kind of crazy. But anything before we start to make note of? No. So the dogs are outside. I've got coffee. My brother's got popcorn, and we are ready to go. So thank you all so much for joining us to talk about One Piece, the live action. Please make sure you comment down below anything that you think about the episode itself and our reaction, and make sure to like the video. And from there, y'all know that jazz. We are going to get started here watching, this episode's called Wax On, Wax Off. A play on the Little Big Trouble Little Garden, which I thought was pretty funny. We both were quoting Dragon Ball Z Abridged because why not? So we're going to get this started here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Well, we need to, talk about Yield. I want to go back and get some of these. Take that off there. That was a very good episode. That was a very good episode. I didn't know. I didn't know what all we would fit into 50 minutes, but okay. Now, I am not as versed in what has happened in the manga because honestly, I get very fuzzy in this point to the next rest of the season. Alabasta is when I remember, like, when things went down. We got to Karoo and all that. So I'm a little bit more fuzzy on this part. But, Oh, bro, you knower of ways of the One Piece. We're going to be talking about manga differences and similarities. What is different about this whole hanging up business?
In the manga and anime, they used Mr. 3's wax figures. Miss Goldenweek painted them up and then trapped them like that, ambushing them with fake mannequins of their friends.
Okay.
And then put them on the candelabra.
Okay, so they do get to the cake.
Yes.
That part is in the... That seems very One Piece. It's a very One Piece moment.
That is how he was going to turn them into candle figures. Mm-hmm. But he had the living giant, like, pinned to the ground, also getting turned into a skull.
Dory. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it would have been Brogy in that one, yeah. But, yeah, so them ending up at the cake is where they end up in the manga. It's just the matter of how they get there. In the manga, did they get the paint off of Nami or Zoro before that?
They didn't get painted on.
Oh, so that didn't happen in...
No, only Luffy.
Oh, okay. So yeah, all this stuff was added on into the series. Which, honestly... Okay, what about Sanji facing Miss Friday and Mr. 13?
That happened. He didn't have as much trouble with them.
Uh-huh.
But I'm glad they did it this way, because they're not that strong right now. They're...
Mm-hmm. Don't they come back? They come back in the series, because he didn't kill him. Or...
Pretty sure he killed them.
Did he kill them both in the manga?
I think...
We don't ever see him again, do we?
No.
Okay, so he probably did.
Technically, this wasn't even supposed to be the first time we meet them.
Oh, when were we supposed to meet 13 and
we were supposed to meet them at Whiskey Peaks, where Vivi tells us about Crocodile. Those two show up, and she's like, "Those are the Unluckies, his information team."
Oh, so the Unluckies are just the two of them.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason in my head, I kept thinking it was more, but...
Well, they leave. Nami starts to walk away. They come back, and Mr. 13 is, like, drawing something on a piece of paper. And then he shows it as, like, Luffy, Nami, and Zoro's sketches.
Oh, okay.
And she, like, praises him for a good artwork. He bows politely, gets on 13, and leaves, basically saying, "Thank you, now our boss knows what you look like."
Maybe that's why... Okay, maybe that's why there were sketches of them, but not of Vivi, because the sketches were a callback to what 13 had done. I bet that's what that was. Because I was like, why didn't they have a sketch of Vivi if they had a sketch of Nami and Zoro in them? But it's because 13 had sketched them in the previous and they cut that out. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of cool. Miss Goldenweek! That actress made that role.
She had, like, 0 lines in, like, the manga and anime. In this, they gave her an entire freaky wannabe Annabelle psycho vibe.
They gave her, yeah, she was a serial killer. Like, they gave her a whole freaking evil child arc. That was, I mean, she ate it up. That actress was having so much fun with that role. She was diabolical. I like how Mr. 3 was actually kind of scared of her, which was interesting. But, again, that is kind of terrifying. She doesn't have a devil fruit power. It's just this creepy paint that we don't know where she got it from. That does make her scary because, at least Mr. 3 has the weakness of the ocean. I cannot tell you how much I just wanted Usopp to wipe the paint off his face.
He didn't know about the paint yet.
I know, but if I saw something scribbled on his face, I'd be like, that's weird. Or try to wipe it off, but I guess in hindsight,
And he didn't know when she was coming back.
True, and, if she had came back and they didn't have time to escape, that could have been a whole thing. But these last 2 episodes giving Usopp some good character development.
Well, this is when Usopp figured, I'm going to be the great warrior Usopp.
Mm-hmm. I'm so glad he got to kind of level up as a character, and it gave him, like, the moment to, like, choose to be courageous and to fight against the assassins. And then it ended up working! It ended up being great!
I think Brogy knew he was telling tall tales.
Oh!
But he's a giant. They love tales.
Yeah, so he was like, it's fine. It's fine. You have a good heart. You're just telling these tall tales with it. What a crazy adventure that Sanji went on going into this house. I love that he just instantly took the wine and was like, well, while I'm here. It was called Sang Rouge, so I don't know if that's a play on anything in the manga. I don't know. Occasionally Oda would have some of the liquor have labels and stuff with different titles, so I don't know what we do with that. But this set piece was a lot of fun. And Mr. 3 just being, like, kind of diabolical with, like, playing with his food before eating it and trying to make artwork.
I like how those two just argue, we're assassins. We kill, we go home.
Yeah.
We clock in, we clock out.
Can we not do this?
Can we not just get this over with and not do overtime?
And he's like, no, it's autiste. It's autistic work. I also like how they're very primary colors. He had the blue and they have the yellow and red. That part was really good. The wax on, wax off. The title fits so perfectly.
It's the 3 in your hair.
Zoro gets the one-liners. I don't know. Him and Sanji at the end.
That is a joke they did with his introduction. Him and Goldenweek are as Zoro. He's like, we have to keep ourselves low. Nobody must know our identities. And he just has the 3 as a hairstyle.
Yes! Mr. 3 definitely strikes as that, like, kind of artistic person that really thinks highly of themselves and tries to draw attention to themselves just to be the center of attention. That's Mr. 3. Because, like, the idea that he told Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine, we're going to make a giant wax birthday cake, bring them to the center of it, and slowly I will have them covered in wax until they're living. Like, I'm with them. They're like, we're assassins. Let's just get this over with. He did, like, the extended version of a villain's monologue. Just, But although, I really thought they were going somewhere with Zoro getting the paint off of him, and then it didn't work with the shoes. That was a good try, though.
He did try to cut his legs off, like in the manga.
I remember... Okay, when he was starting to do it, I did remember he tried to cut his legs off in the manga, because it was pretty bloody in the manga, and I was
I think he said he got down to the bone in the manga.
there are some things that they do in the live action that I'm like, okay, realistically, you've got to adjust because Zoro fighting while his legs are cut down to the bone. Anime logic, sure, but here it's like, yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. And then Miss Goldenweek, the Annabelle part. Also, it's not even just, there was like mixtures of Debbie from Addams Family 2, where like her parents, like, they didn't understand. They had to go. And like her putting them in the box. And then it also was reminding me of, do you remember the scene in Toy Story where Buzz Lightyear like goes crazy and he has like the hat and it's the tea party? He's like, till you're second down Darjeeling with Mrs. Nesbit. It's like all the dolls. That's exactly what I thought of. I would cosplay as her. When we go to the convention, I would be Miss Goldenweek for sure. I'm too tall, but I would be Miss Goldenweek with the hat and the paintbrush and everything. That would be amazing. What from One Piece could you cosplay as?
I don't know.
Kuma?
I could try.
Yeah. Miss Goldenweek would be fun though. You get a red wig, make the pigtails. You could do it. It would be, I could pull that off. That's just such, whenever she, like, did the green on him, and he was, like, even though she said to be calm, he was so mad. Inaki's acting, like, when she stabbed him with the paintbrush in the hand, and he just kept going, that was so good. He did such a great job. You could feel how angry he was in this entire moment. Meanwhile, Sanji shows up, is having a great time with the old wine. Says, yeah, so it says Song Rouge there. There's also like some straws. I like that the portraits in the background are famous pictures, but they've got wax versions of them instead. And there's like the random things. Now, who leaves just ID packets lying around? I want to see what that book was. So we had in there, okay, so there's the sketch. And him at the tavern. So there's a sketch of Luffy. And he's like, okay. I love that he just takes like one quick look at Zoro's and throws it. Like, just, no. Not gonna be part of it. Tosses it. Then there's Nami. So it was just Nami and Zoro and Luffy.
Well, there's a fourth one.
But that one's Vivi's and they didn't do a drawing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mr. 13. He's like, where's my folder?
Yeah, it's those three because when Vivi is telling them about Crocodile, it's only Nami, Luffy, and Zoro there.
Okay. And then the frickin' transponder. So that's supposed to be Mr. 3, right? Because the candle wax is on it.
Yeah.
That's so funny. The transponder snails are such a cool, like, just, they're so creepy. It kind of looks like the way that purple is. Do you remember the Power Rangers movie with Ivan Ooze?
Yeah.
It has, like, an Ivan Ooze look to it. It's so gross.
And Garth has, like, the full goatee beard.
Yes! And then I love the one of crocodiles where it's a little tiny hook.
This is the shitty restaurant. May I take your reservation?
Taz did such a good job in this episode.
That's how Sanji answers it in the manga.
Love that.
It comes back later, too, when he, like, calls Crocodile directly and goes, this is a shitty restaurant about your reservation.
Yes! I can't wait to see that come back. Oh my god. Sanji got lucky that it was a voice changer on the transponder snail, though. Or that could be... Okay, what is the thing with the flower getting crushed? Is that from the manga? I couldn't remember.
I don't recall the flower.
Yeah, the orchid that he just crushes. I don't know.
I think that's just there to, like, symbolize how pissed he is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, just to clarify, I really love... well, we'll get to Crocodile in a second.
Well, how he said Miss Friday's hungry since that orphanage.
Which orphanage was he talking about?
A random orphanage.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I was thinking of, like, Whole Cake Island or something with Big Mom. I don't know why, but I was thinking of something with it. Only Oda could come up with an otter in a purple polka dot onesie on the back of a condor flying around with Gatling guns flying around.
Doing a small, like, hand rubbing of Muttley from the racers.
Yeah, yes, definitely calls back to that. I feel like if you were just a casual watcher of One Piece, like the fishmen, you're like, okay, we're pirates, it makes sense. The Buggy the Clown stuff, but this is the moment where the manga goes, oh,
we got terrorist animals.
Oh, we have some anthropomorphic assassins. Which, in hindsight, this is a great preview for Chopper. Because if Sanji's used to, I like how Sanji was baffled at the giants, but I'm like, you just fought an otter in a onesie. Like, why is a giant surprising to you? Like, why? With the clamshells with the, like, ninja star spikes, that was great. Poor Usopp thinking that the apron next to the pomegranates meant they got him. Poor that. Okay, so what did you think of Brogy, like, living through this?
Well, he was gonna have to live.
So, are they both at the end when they take out the sea monster?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
And that's when their weapons break.
Okay, so question. Knowing last episode, what did you think was going to happen when we got to the end of this arc and they had the sea monster?
I thought he was just going to walk up like, hey, my wound wasn't that bad.
Oh, so you thought he was going to live?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought they were going to work around it or Dory was going to do something I didn't know. You thought he was going to live through it. So you weren't surprised when this happened?
Nope.
Well, I was kind of surprised. I thought maybe he would... For a second, I wondered if he was going to die later, but then I'm like, no, if you brought him back... You wouldn't have him die a second time. That would take away from everything. And this was like the perfect moment. Usopp's at his lowest, thinking he can't save them. And he comes in and he's like, yeah, you can do this. You still got this. It's normal to feel scared when you're a courageous warrior, Usopp. Lord of Destruction. You know. I do think it's important that he gets that. This... I gotta put you on hold. When Sanji's like, I'm gonna need to put you on hold. When there is this... Otter in a onesie walking in. Absolutely. His face. And then the clamshells with the spikes. Taz's reaction is just really good as Sanji. Like, what would you do if you saw an otter in a onesie walk up to you with a clamshell and all you could do was kick him? Like, seriously. I also like that he literally put Crocodile on hold throughout this whole conversation.
Just by going by what we see so far, I'm really excited to see Crocodile's character in full view. Mm-hmm.
This was such a tease. They were teasing. I love the transponder style where the little part of it is the little hook.
It's got the little hook.
The little hook and the cigar, and there's like the whiskey decanter. I mean, it is, what's his face playing it? Not Jason Momoa, but, he's the other guy that has been, he's been in so much. I can't think of his, not Aquaman, but,
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
No, but I'll think, Crocodile actor in One Piece, live action. I was like, as soon as I hear the name, Joe Manganiello is, he was in True Blood, which you didn't watch True Blood, but he's been in a bunch of things. He's married to Sofia Vergara. Yeah, but like he's a really good actor and he looks like Crocodile. Like I would imagine he'd look like Crocodile, so I'm excited to see him too. Also, I love The Office having the golden crocodiles, the green and the gold. There's the little lamp there.
Well, you also see water reflection, which is it's in a basin or an oasis. And he's supposed to have giant crocodiles for pets. Oh,
yeah. So you could probably see him through the green glass there. Mm-hmm. I love it. It's so exciting. Like, we're getting hyped up for him. I also like that Sanji, when he gets done fighting this otter and vulture, he just walks out with a cigarette like, oh my god, this has been a day. This has been a day. And then, we get back to they did a good job of animating the wax. I also like that Zoro did the sword raise, being like... Zoro has a way of doing something that could be really cheesy, but his actor makes it really stoic because he's just always so serious with everything. They did a good job with that. Okay, I wanted to get to the newspapers here because they showed it for a hot second, talking about Alabasta and the rebellion that's brewing. I wanted to see what was on those. Okay, so we have a new scourge, the Blinking Pirates, or the Bliking Pirates. The Bliking Pirates, I don't remember them. There's a panda. There's a Panda Man reference on the newspaper. So, a new scourge. The Bliking Pirates. Do you know those?
Going by the Skull and Crossbones, I think that might be Wapple's group. Because he's supposed to... He's supposed to be king. Blackbeard shows up, is looking for devil fruits, tears up the kingdom.
Oh.
He runs away and becomes a pirate.
Interesting. Okay, then there's something else on here. It says the tides are turning okay. Alabasta Royal Army switches sides. Water 7 celebrates local hero Barbara Troy. So Water 7's mentioned on there. Then it says famous East Blue pet shop opens. The Shoo Shoo Pet Shop.
Oh, Shoo Shoo. That was the dog that was from the buggy.
Oh, okay. It says here, following a scourge of piracy that left Orangetown in tatters by Buggy the Clown, Shoo Shoo Pet Shop has, what does it say there? Shoo Shoo Pet Shop has professionally reopened in memory of the late hawker who personally who manned the shop before his something. Interesting. That's really funny. Like that under miscellaneous. Okay. I like that they took the time to give those little tiny details with that. And they're also setting up Water 7, meaning that they're planning on addressing that at some point in the series, probably.
Which means we get Frankie!
Uh-huh. Like, just setting little tiny crumbs throughout. I'm just, yes, absolutely. Do you think if they did a season 3 that would be all, we talked about this before, but you think it would be all Alabasta? Do you think we'd get to Frankie in that season, or would it have to be 4?
After Alabasta, we get into Jaffa and then Skypea. So I can see us doing all but the last couple episodes. Mm-hmm. The last few episodes being us at Jaffa, where we run into Blackbeard.
Uh-huh.
We run into Bellamy, who is a spring fruit. Mm-hmm. And then we're on our way up to Skypea.
Okay. And then season 4 would probably be Skypea. Yeah. And
then when we come down, we run into Akoji, and then we go to Water 7.
Now, I wonder if that all, like, the wax pieces, how they did that. I don't think it's all CGI. It looks like it's bits on their faces, but I don't know how they managed to do that. Now, in the manga, how did they do Red? How did we find out about Red?
She paints it on the ground, and it's like a bull heading towards a red cape.
Oh, okay.
When she puts the Betrayal Black on Luffy, it's removed by Usopp hitting him with the Fire Star and burning the clothes that's painted on off.
Oh, okay, so she does use Betrayal Black in the manga?
Yes. Okay.
Does he get saved by Usopp before he says that he's not going to be king of the pirates anymore?
Well, she doesn't actually make him say anything. He just hits him with the thing, knocks the paint off. Luffy's pissed, and then he goes after
the others.
Finding number 3, which gives him the idea for using the wax as a hammer.
Which, what a great move, using the wax as the gum hammer. That was a great choice. I love Usopp just choosing. Creepy Longstocking was great. And then saving her, and then Luffy and them show up. I like Luffy's like, are they dead? And he's like, oh, they got a few minutes left. And he's like, okay, we'll save them then. Also, Usopp telling Mr. like, why did you choose that name? Because you're not very sweet, and her getting pissed off at it. That was great. Loved that. I liked the actor that played Mr. 5. His fighting in Zoro was really, really good. I liked that. Okay, so in the manga, how does this go down different?
In the manga, they have Karoo.
Oh, wait, the duck shows up?
He joins them back at Whiskey Peaks.
What? We've been denied Karoo time?
They had to use the budget for Chopper, Mr. 13, and Miss Friday.
We've been denied Karoo. I'm so mad.
And the giant goldfish.
We better get extra Karoo in Alabasta to make up for the lack of Karoo.
There's multiple ducks. They have to use all the ducks. They have the giant crab. They have the camel. They have the birds that steal their supplies. They have the kung fu dugongs.
I need you to understand how much I like Karoo. So
in the manga, Usopp tells Karoo to run around the cake.
Oh, okay.
And he tells them, and they see him like tying a rope around it. And he tells them, yeah, it's a rope soaked in oil.
Oh. And that gets...
And they ignite it, and that's what sets the whole cake on fire and melts all the wax.
And melts the wax.
And gives Zoro his flaming swords.
Well, I'm glad they at least... I remember the flaming swords, that part of it, because it's just... I mean, he's attacking Mr. Five with flaming swords.
And he thinks it's cool.
And it's cool, of course! But I did not know how they were going to get to it. I do think it's... I love the idea of Usopp facing his fears and taking his lumps to, like, show he's courageous. Like, Kaya would be proud.
It's a good thing he got to experience that right now. Because he's going to have a lot worse of a time in Alabasta.
Yeah.
With his fight against number 4.
Yeah. Okay, so we've had Miss 13. Or we've had Mr. 13, Miss Friday. We've seen Miss Monday. We haven't seen Tuesday yet, have we? We haven't seen Tuesday. We've seen Wednesday, because that's Vivi.
Yeah.
All Sundays,
yeah,
Robin.
I don't think we meet a Tuesday.
Is there a Thursday? Interesting.
After this, it's like a few of them are holidays and Miss Doublefinger, which is one's partner, but she doesn't really do a lot of field work.
Yeah. I guess we don't. Well, it makes sense when the Baroque agents are out. We don't see all of them.
Miss Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah, Miss Merry Christmas.
This is number 4's.
Yes, I forgot about Miss Merry Christmas.
Bon Clay doesn't have a partner.
Well, Bon Clay doesn't need a partner. Bon Clay needs no partner. Bon Clay is enough by himself.
His whole thing is that he's the actor. He's the one who takes the stage of the people they kidnap and
he wants to steal the spotlight. He wants to steal the spotlight. He works a solo show. He's a one-man show. We don't need a partner, a scene partner. I'll be sad if we don't see Mr. Five or Miss Valentine from here. They were really good. I thought their actors did a really good job. And this part here, so Luffy confronting the different mannequins of Mr.
In the anime and manga, this is where he beats number 3.
In the forest?
Yes, because he's like mocking him, saying you're just a brute. We actually use tactics. You're just somebody who relies on instinct, and then random gum stamp right into his face, and he's like, "How did you instinct?"
I kind of wish they would have done that in this. Did the instinct? That would have been really cool.
Well, to be fair, he fights them at the candle, and like number 3 makes this huge like battle suit.
We didn't have the budget. We didn't have Karoo or the battle suit because we need to save the budget for Chopper. Which I'm fine. I do think you get the same point across. I feel bad for Zoro that his foot stuck. Although, I also, dang, Luffy's arms getting like the little swords in them. I did really love the Mr. Five and Zoro fight. And then the star, like the flaming pepper star that Usopp sends. Like
the Tabasco star.
The Tabasco star. Like the entire fight with Zoro and Mr. Five on top of the cake was really, really good. I love that. Like the fight with Nami and Vivi versus Miss Valentine was okay. I liked it. And
Nami gets her staff broke, which means now Usopp's going to make the climate hat.
Oh, yeah. I love how it's like one thing leads to another. But yeah, good for Usopp for helping out in all of this. Good for that. So yeah, I wondered, like, how did I guess he used the hammer to break through Dory to get him out of that, didn't he?
He probably used the clay as like hammers, yeah. Or the wax.
Poor Dory. He like missed out on all of it. I love that Sanji shows up and he's like, what have you guys been doing? They're all like, Usopp's beaten, like Zoro's legs are bloody, everybody's like, what have we been up to? And then the two giants. This feels like, okay, one thing on the beach though, did you hear the part where Usopp was like, we're going to be like Yasopp and Shanks? Because Usopp's referring to his dad and him. I loved that. Which Shanks is kind of like Luffy's adopted dad. He's pretty much... Luffy has adopted parents and everything. His actual family are crazy. But he just has adopted family everywhere. His actual grandpa was like, I guess you'll survive this ravine.
You'll survive this ravine. You'll survive this abandoned jungle full of man-eating creatures. You'll survive getting tied to balloons and sent up to the stratosphere.
Garp is just like classic boomer. He's like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Don't worry about the trauma. Garp is boomer, and then that makes Dragon Gen X, which ties into the Revolutionary Army and all that, and then that makes Luffy a millennial, which would make Oh, who's like, I guess a little kid from Wano would be like Gen Z. Momo's Gen Z. We're not Gen Alpha in One Piece yet. Well, I guess Shanks is, well, the one lady that's on the island has the baby, whatever thing. Machina, where everybody thinks it's Shanks' baby. That's my theory. I think it's Shanks' baby. But yeah. So I'm glad the Giants lived. I'm glad that Usopp made his claim that he would be welcome on Elbath. And he's made it his goal to go there. And they're like, you'd be welcome. You just would stand out a little. That was great. I also did not, you told me like when they were getting onto the seas that there were some sea monsters that were bigger. That's freaking crazy.
That's why Laboon had to stay at the lighthouse.
That's crazy. Ew. And it's a goldfish, like with their creepy eyes. Ugh. No. That's so gross. I love that they said just keep going straight ahead. And that, oh God. Also, okay, so they used hockey, didn't they? No, that's terrifying! Look at that!
Not hockey. It was a flying sword slide.
Hakoku. And there's Hakoku sovereignty. I was thinking of like the sovereignty hockey. Or the king's hockey.
Nope, flying blade.
That is...
Zoro, that's what you need to be doing.
You know the moment Zoro saw that, he was like, wait a second. I need to be doing this. That's terrifying. That's creepy as hell. That's why we didn't have Karoo and a wax armor thing, because of this big-ass creepy goldfish.
And it's got human teeth. Go back a little bit.
Oh my God, no. No!
Play it.
No, it does have human teeth. Ew! Yeah, just cut straight through it. Oh my God.
Wait until it shows the face.
Oh my God, that's terrifying. That's like Attack on Titan, the Titan teeth. That's like Sonic the Hedgehog before they redid it. That's...
Quick, get Captain Levy, it's the Fish Titan!
That's so creepy. I don't even think Levi would want to fight it. That's disturbing. I don't like that. I don't like that giant fish having human teeth. So then, yeah, they start fighting again. And then, okay, Mr. 3.
And he lost some teeth in the fight.
He did. He's looking like that goldfish. Yeah, that's a problem. She did. There's no way she's alive after this.
And the sad thing is, Sanji already fucked up his whole I'm going to survive telling Crocodile everything.
Yeah, because Sanji's proven that they didn't succeed and they made a mess of everything.
Well, he's proven while he was toying around with them, they not only got into his house, probably looked at the important documents, but also killed 2 agents. Yeah,
now, Mr. 3, does he come back or is he out of this?
He shows up the next time we see him, Crocodile's having a meeting with his top people. And he puts the rest of them in line by using the sand fruit to mummify number 3 and then feed him to crocodiles. Oh, yeah! Yeah! Okay, because I was trying to think, I'm like, something happens to Mr. 3 and it's horrifying, and that's, yeah, because he made an example of him. I want to see that. If we use the suit budget for that scene. That's going to be crazy. He doesn't die, but... Doesn't die after being mummified and fed to crocodiles? Turns out that he wasn't there long enough to digest, and it just takes a little bit of water to rehydrate you. Oh. One Piece line. I wouldn't be surprised if they killed him off, though. No. In this, because... Well, he plays a major role down the line. He does, doesn't he? He gets Ace free at Marineford. Oh, he does. So we'd have to keep him alive for that, but maybe they'll just... He could dehydrate him and then throw him in a cell. Yeah, he could do that instead of to the crocodiles. Or maybe he could, like, test him against the crocodiles and then take him out at the last minute. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, also, Sanji looks amazing in his silky shirt. Just gonna throw that out there. Like, good for Taz getting the good wardrobe. All this. Okay, remind me, and this is spoilers for next week, but what is up with Nami? There's okay, so the whole island is prehistoric. That means a whole bunch of ancient stuff. That includes ticks.
Oh.
So she is currently being bitten by a tick carrying a disease that has been long since forgotten.
Oh.
They need to stop at Drum Island, which is known to have the best doctors. And that's how they get treated.
Okay. It's going to be a little bit more serious than Alpha Gal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if they had skipped Little Garden and skipped...
Then we wouldn't have got... Yeah, we need that set up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I didn't remember her getting sick. And so when I was like, did some wax get in her throat? Like in her lung, lodge in her lung? What happened? But no, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that sets up her needing to go and get...
medical
attention at Drum Island, which is where we're going to get... Which, okay, when I was getting this episode set up, I had to pick the episode, and I saw what the title of the next episode was, and I was like, that's a weird title, and now it makes sense. Next week, because we had Wax On, Wax Off, next week's episode is called Nami Dearest. I wish you could see my brother's face, but the dearest is spelled D-E-E-R-ist, so we're going to be meeting Chopper next week, and I'm so excited! I'm so excited! I'm ready. I'm ready to see Chopper. It's going to be fun. Cool. Well, yeah, that was a great episode. I do like the fact that Nami's like, thank God there's another woman aboard this ship. These guys are crazy.
Just wait until after Alabasta.
Yeah, Robin's going to be like, am I part of this? So, yeah. But we're going to see about this tick business. I did love all the extra little drawings and things, and then the Pray to the Sun God. They've got some earworms this season. The Whiskey Peak song was really good, and this Pray to the Sun God Elbath song is really good. They're doing everything all right. So anyway, this was a lot of fun. I did not see a lot of this coming this episode, so lots of surprises. And yeah, I'm excited to get into the final arc with Chopper. I've waited all season to see him. So I hope you all enjoyed this reaction and discussion from my brother and I. Please let us know your thoughts down below. And hopefully y'all like this video and subscribe so you can see us every Thursday talk about One Piece live action. We're in the home stretch now for season 2. But otherwise, I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care. And my brother and I...
See ya.
We will see you next week. Ciao.